Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Everyday Faith Day 1. That's right, new month, new journey, new theme, and it's kind of a special day because today is the 366th day in a row that we showed up in your mailbox with a devotion. Last year, September 1st, was the first one we sent out, so 366 days in a row we've come to you. Thank you for participating. Thank you for being a part of the community. Thank you for volunteering and doing devotions. And thank you for continuing to show up and spend a few minutes with us each and every morning. Now, the theme this month, I hope, is not something that you felt the last year, getting the emails and seeing my face many of those mornings. The theme is suffering. We're going to talk about suffering this month. Many of y'all don't have your faith box yet because, as y'all know, one of our products got stuck in customs. They are now shipping out. You'll get it in the next few days. So I wanted to make sure that we still had our everyday faith. We still had our time together. We've attached the PDFs, as you can see, on this email, and we also sent an email sending you the entire everyday faith, should you like to download that and keep track of that. So let's dive into this month's theme, which is suffering. I want to read the beginning part here to you guys so you can kind of understand what we're going to be talking about and what this is going to look like. So it says, welcome to this month's edition of Everyday Faith. One of our favorite things about FaithBox is the opportunity and privilege we have to encourage and support you in your journey towards and with Jesus. There are so many different aspects of following Jesus, which also makes the Everyday Faith devotionals fun, exciting, and hopeful. But we're also well aware that there are times in the Christian faith where following Jesus isn't fun nor easy. There are challenges and obstacles along with struggles and battles that are equally part of the journey of following Jesus, which means we ought to speak to those times and do our best to provide encouragement for those seasons of life and faith as well. This month is one of those times. Our theme for this month is suffering. If you've been a Christian for any length of time, it didn't take you long to realize that just because you have chosen to follow God in your life, that all of a sudden things aren't just going to be easy. In fact, it often feels like the opposite of that is true. Perhaps this is what makes staying the course on our faith journey so difficult. The struggle to reconcile believing in a good God while living in and experiencing consequences of a falling world. As we embark on this journey together, our prayer is for you to be supported in your faith, encouraged in your struggle, and strengthened in your suffering. Our journey was never promised to be easy, but God has always promised that we wouldn't have to go through it alone. We are all in this together. Okay, so let's jump into day 1. The verse comes from Psalm 90:10, and it says this: 70 years are given to us. Some even live to 80. But even the best years are filled with pain and trouble. Soon they disappear, and we fly away. And the question why often comes up. Why is there pain and suffering? Why does cancer attack, something that's very near and dear to our heart, as we just went through that, or are still going through that? Why do bad things happen to good people? We hear that all the time. Why? When we are struck with suffering and pain, and when other words don't seem to suffice, it seems that why is the only question we know how to ask. Why is a normal question to ask? We're human beings with the ability to comprehend and rationalize complicated matters like pain. We are hardwired to look for answers, reasons, and explanations, and this is evidence in our search for answers when we go through suffering. Asking why is not the problem. It's when we arrive at an answer or determination that causes us to believe against the goodness of God and His loving nature towards us. We all face and experience suffering and pain in our lives. The psalmist wrote that even in our best years, we're going to be filled with trouble. We can ask why, but even the clearest or best answer doesn't remove the suffering we experience. And I know this is getting long, but a good example is when we found out, a few months back that Rachel, my wife, had breast cancer. The first thing that comes to mind is, man, like, why? Why is this happening to us? And then I started to think, we're the perfect candidates. And what I mean by that is we have Jesus, we have faith, we have an incredible family, we have finances. Like, we are the perfect candidate for it to happen to, because then we get to be a witness, we get to be a testimony as we go through this. So why not us is kind of how that changed, and how I look at things that come our way, that hit our life hard. Was it hard? Yes. Did we suffer? Yes. Is it still going on? Absolutely. But we know through Jesus, this is okay. Through the prayers that y'all have given us and all the community's given us, the suffering has been bearable. Let's put it that way. So turn your why into why not? Why not? Why not? I would much rather go through this than someone who doesn't believe in Jesus, to someone who doesn't have a walk with our Savior. Because who do they turn to? Who do you turn to in that case? Why not us? Why not put us through this? We can handle this because of the love Jesus has for us and the love we have for him, and knowing that he's by our side every single second of every single day. Guys, this is going to be an amazing, amazing month. I'm excited to be going through this with you guys. We are all suffering in one way, shape, or form. If we're not, it's happening. If we're not this minute, it may have just happened, but it's going to happen again. This is part of life, and it's going to hit us when we least expect it. If you'd have told me a year ago we were going to go through cancer this year, I never would have believed you. But why not us? Why not us? Guys, be blessed. Have an incredible day. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.